Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Equestria at War with me, Alpha Omega, and Griffonian Empire. So we have, gotten together the territory that we wanted and needed. So now Griffonian Empire is where it was at the very start of the game, but we're centralized, which is great. And now we are undergoing a massive recruitment process because we are preparing for a war with Skyfall and the Griffonian Republic and the Everfrost Republic and Griffonian Northern regions and probably even the Arcturian Order. No, not the Arcturian Order, but this is enough. This is enough. So we'll need to have enough forces to face that in one way or another. I'm not sure if it will be even feasible because Aquileia has actually managed to blob quite a lot, and I don't know of what we can do with the fact that we are being encroached upon from all sides. What we're doing here is we're massively improving our infrastructure. Well, and by infrastructure I mean industry, not infrastructure itself. Building more military factories. We're currently re-equipping our troops with the new M10 machine gun or submachine guns. We're also upgrading we're also upgrading the Panzer divisions with our improved light tanks, the Leichtpanzer 2 Winnen, and we have started the process of recruiting the first 12 motorized divisions and 12 more Imperial Guard divisions. And we're going to add a bunch more once we get the agricultural aid going, which is going to take a while. Now, it is also kind of important to mention that we have about 56,000 Griffins left in reserve, which is not much. But it's, it's not bad. We get additional 10,500 in garrisons. And right ahead of us we have the two focuses which are going to give us 100,000 here, and then the agricultural mechanization should give us 30 times 2,500, so that would be almost additional 100,000. So we're going to utilize that in boosting our army. Once we're finished with the new Fluggerät Adler F11, we are going to turn our attention into strengthening our armor. We are a bit ahead on the light armor, but we're going to go with the medium tanks, I decided, then the light tanks. We're also going to research the spaced armor and revamp our armor divisions. Plus in the... wait, where is it? It's not on the armor, it's... I always forget that the trucks and everything are under the infantry tab. We're gonna get an improved armored car, which is great. I'm going to also boost the all-weather gear and some of these support weapons, because that's gonna help, and sooner than later we are gonna be able to get the M13 Winnen. Now I was thinking of going for the mechanized as well. It would be great, but right now we should focus on doing what we're doing, right? So motorization is the thing that we need to do first. Then we can think of mechanization. And we need to get more tanks on the line as well. The fall of... Oh, okay. Vedina has capitulated and Varzena has capitulated. The fall of Van Hoover. After several days of fighting, Changelings broke into and took control of the strategically vital equestrian city of northwestern shore, Van Hoover. Equestria has lost a valuable naval base and a trade port, and the Changelings have secured their rights here. Right flank. However, equestrian commanders are already planning a swift counteroffensive to liberate the city and secure its harbor. I don't know, it's not looking good so far. I mean, they have a huge territory, but Equestria is getting really some. Okay, their industry seems to be growing though. That's good. And what about their military? Yeah, their military is growing as well. I know that at a certain point Stalingrad can also join the fight if they go the right path, or they can just attack Equestria. So what's gonna happen here is not known to anyone at this point. So we'll see. We'll have to see. And you guys finished your training. That's good. That is good. That is good. I'm really happy with the Imperial Guard divisions. They seem to be pretty good. They're fairly small. Combat width is only 20, but they have a lot of punch and the defense is not bad either. I think we're gonna try to equip them with the anti-tanks as well. And military hospitals. I don't think that there's much else that we can throw at them that would make a fight. I don't think they need the logistics companies per se. Military police, yeah, those are not that important. And we get the early automatic digital computers. The first programmable automatic digital computers are massive machines, even when compared to previous mechanical counting engines, but have many hundreds of relays. These allow the implementation of larger bit word lengths that can operate at faster clock frequencies. The speed and accuracy of these machines permit highly complex calculations that are typical in cryptography and aerodynamics, both growing fields in today's age. So extra research speed of 8%. Well, we gotta go one step further and get the next one, but I don't think that is a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea. Let's instead focus on... Well, you're a bit ahead of time, but this one would be good. So you know what we can do? We're gonna go with the hydraulic drills here to boost a bit our production, and then we're going to switch it to the factory output, aggregated factories. Oh great, Stalingrad threatens Equestria. We've been receiving many reports about Stalingradian troops activity on the border with Equestria. Sinister Seraph is tuned to a very aggressive political line. According to his public speeches, he will do whatever it takes to crush the imperialistic disease. The ponies of Equestria are worried about the intentions of Stalingrad. So basically, everyone is jumping on Equestria. Awesome. It's just great. Okay, so we get 2 more Panzer divisions here. Let's make sure that we drill those. Are you guys equipped fully by the... Yeah, you're fully equipped with the new Leichtpanzers. Amazing. Yeah, decent stuff here. Soft attack of 192 is impressive, but the breakthrough is what we are... Oh, and Stalingrad declared war on Equestria. Amazing. So, goodbye, my little pony. Following fierce close-quarter combat, Changeling troops have officially gained control over the city of Talltale. The Equestrian defenses were badly damaged by a bombing raid shortly before Chrysalis's army attack. A great firestorm had engulfed the sky, burning its many parks and trees to ashes. The outer defenses did not hold for long, and the fighting boiled down to intense house-to-house combat. Grain silos have been turned into fortresses and prevailed the longest. Despite heavy losses, the Changelings were able to advance and push out the defenders. Another important city falls to the invaders. One wonders where the advance will slow down, or if it will slow down at all. Damn it. Brutal. Okay. And here we have Stalingrad marching on Equestria. Both were and there among the ranks, resounding one and the same voice. Who is not with us is against us. No one is indifferent. Truth is with us. And I stand one among them in the howling flame and smoke, and with all my strength I pray for them and for the others. A poem about the time of revolution. Damn, this is not good for Equestria. I mean, I don't really feel for it, but this is probably the worst outcome that can happen to them. In the meantime, we finished the Helheim-Kanonen 45mm Panzerabwehrkanonen M1007. Okay, but that just tells me that we might want to go further because we need these heavy cannons. Damn, okay. I thought that we would focus on... Yeah, we are quite behind here. So let's go with the applied anti-tank experience, because that one will improve our hard attack and piercing of everything that we have. Destroyers, tank destroyers, anti-tank, motorized anti-tank hard attack. Well, yeah. And here's the Fluggerät Adler F11 Habicht. Okay. The pace of fighter advancement is astounding, and as such we must continue to incorporate the technology as well as improve upon existing concepts. Our new fighter design must be capable of high speed, high performance, at attitude, and the best range possible. Additionally, it must be very well armed. It needs to be everything. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna go with anything else here at this point. So let's turn our attention to the... Actually, no, to the medium tanks. Improved medium tank chassis is something that we want because we want to design a tank. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, we get to 1.48 per day in the fighters, and we're gonna immediately switch it to EaW. And you don't need more aluminum, that is great news. So how's our Air Force at this point? We got, okay, 2 of the fighter wings have been upgraded to the new model. 1 completely, and 1 has 20 left. Okay, and the tactical bomber wings are fine. That tells me that we could probably... Is this one? Yeah, airbase at the Yale. Yeah, so we can definitely put out more aircraft here. So let's put 1 and another 1. We want to have 200 new aircraft here. Popular musician performs in Canterlot. Despite the fact that the war ravages Equestria right now, Octavia, a famous equestrian musician, performed in Canterlot Grand Opera today. She says she dedicates her music... too many things happening at the same once, to all ponies that are protecting equestrian freedom at the front lines. She also announced that it was a charity concert and that all collected money are going to be transferred to the government for building a fighter aircraft. All ponies cheer. Swell. Okay, so now let's look at the anti-tank. If we wanted to equip you with the anti-tank now, that would not help much with defense, but it would greatly help with hard attack and piercing. I am going to work on the anti-tanks, but I think first of all we need to get better ones, because these ones are hardly anything to speak about. So you're gonna get all the way to the 57mm anti-tank, and that one we're gonna start distributing. Hard attack is 22, okay, only 2 extra. But piercing increases to 90, which is what we want. Defense and soft attack is the same. And we'll get some extra oomph for our tanks. So good on that. Okay. I'm working on everything as you ought to. 1011 Riverlands Hoofball Cup. Welcome back to the 5th Riverlands Cup. The weekend kicked off with Pegakills and DYSC with a 1-0 tight win. Kotovac HC and Victory Virnavevica was a wonderful goal fest at 4-4, 7-5, with an absolute howler scored in the 116th minute. Silver Shields and Panathinaikos showed experience in their no 3-1 game, but a pleasant surprise with DYSC and Vojvodina having themselves a 2-3 game. Next week in Victory, Virmanevitica destroy Pegakills 5-2. Silver Shields and Vojvodina was not contested at 8-1. I kind of like the fact that, you know, we have an actual season here. The Vedinan Civil War. Wedding bells sounded throughout Turnham today as Princess Kursvart and the Kingdom of Vedina was to be married. However, the day did not end happily for her. Dark magic users in the kingdom have enacted a planned coup against the rightful government and have seized control of the capital. The princess was reported to have been found dead in her room shortly after. King Wingstrom declared a state of emergency and has left control of the country to Prince Sirde while he mends his broken heart. Only time will tell if the prince can rebuild the country, or if Vedina will fall forevermore into darkness. Another civil war. Where is Vedina? Kingdom of Vedina. Oh, it's here! Okay. Well, you could, you know, expand your civil war into the Griffonian Republic. How about that? How about that? Okay, research continuing. Kingdom of Equestria took 10 states. Yeah. Awesome. So now we have a strong neighbor in the north and in the south. And here I was thinking this was going to be easy. Shire has fallen. Black smoke could be seen rising over the town of Shire today, as the last remnants of Equestrian forces were pushed out after a bitter battle for the strategic location. Oh dear lord, Equestria is gone. They lost this entire chunk already. The Equestrian positions held out valiantly, shooting down the Changeling after another as they attempted to fly across the river that protects the city. After running out of ammunition, the officers present gave the order to save what they could and retreat, a small rearguard keeping the attackers at bay before they too left the city. However, many died during the retreat as ironborn Changeling eunuchs were quick to charge after them, having crossed the river. Shire is now under Changeling control and the advance continues. It does, you can see it here, it advances all the time. Where is Shire actually? Should be here somewhere, right? Oh, and they're actually fighting the Crystal Empire as well. Damn, the Crystal City is looking pretty cool. Really big, but it's gonna be awful. Where the hell is Shire? Can we find it? Oh, here it is. Okay. I didn't see that. Blind me. Yeah, and there's the river they spoke about. Oh well, and Staliongrad is attacking from the north. This is not good. And this could be us. When you think about it, this could be us very soon. So what do we have here? Can we get more high command? Planning speed. Yeah, entrenchment speed. Did we want something more here? Actually, we could get an air force, right? Fighter agility, air research speed, fighter and carrier fighter. Well, we could go with Adler Luftfahrt, which would give us agility and max speed to our fighters. But I'm not sure if that is worth the investment right now. Destroyer and submarine production screens max range, production cost. What about a theorist here? I mean, land doctrine would be pretty good. Air superiority, attack, defense, agility. Yeah, let's get Fritz Ebonbeek for now, because that's gonna give us a bit of air experience. We're really weak in that regard. And we'll see how it's gonna go. So currently we have 6 fighter wings and 2 tactical bomber wings. So can we get another tactical bomber wing here? Yeah. Just happened so that we can. Amazing. So you guys all drill. And we finish the agricultural aid. For the system of feudalism and serfdom, agriculture has always been the empire's specialty. However, our ousted agricultural sector cannot hope to compete with the industrialized nations. With government incentives, we can aid our farm estates and allow them to modernize their production methods. So do we want now... this one requires all of it, right? Yeah, we would have to go through all. Let's get the agricultural mechanization and then we're gonna turn back into this. The reason for that is that I want the extra build slots in our best provinces, which are quickly getting swamped. Okay, so are we getting boosted here? We're getting monthly 1,500 power here, so that's not bad at all. And I mean, we're still only at the extensive conscription. I mean, you know, only at is relative, because the next step would double our abilities, but... Well, the thing is, we will soon hopefully be able to start coring the territories that we have, which should give us more military... Yeah, look at that, okay. Their compliance is increasing, so I think we can now go back to... Oh, we are actually at... Oh no, we can switch to local autonomy. Okay, let's switch to local autonomy so that this grows faster. And then we might be able to core them. We're getting... Yeah, we can access about 0.5% in all of these territories, which is much less than we would normally, where we get to 5.2%. So there is a ton of untapped potential there. But it will require us to do our due diligence. So how's the tank production going? Oh, nice. Already almost at 6 per week. The efficiency is really low though. And the submachine guns are being spammed basically. Same with artillery. Yeah, our production is going... Yeah, this is really nice. 3.3 per day. So we could start adding more factories to the Leichtpanzers. Yeah, it makes sense. The fall of Crystal City. Already. Wow. There is no day like today. The Changeling army has gained control over the entire Crystal City today. The fight... Too many things at the same time. The fight for this huge megalopolis was long. 1,000 years ago, King Sombra forcibly moved almost the entire population of the Crystal Empire into the capital, making it one of the largest cities in the world, which it is still today. However, the defenders couldn't withstand the overwhelming forces of their enemy. Street after street and house after house, changelings fought on until they finally reached the towering Crystal Castle in the center of the city. The white changeling flag is now waving on top of it. Soon, all of the resistance in the city will be brutally suppressed. This is a great victory for the changeling queendom. How much longer will the crystal ponies fight on? I don't know, but they're pretty much gone. Okay, so the hydraulic drills are finished. And we're still a bit ahead of time. So let's go with the geological mapping. That's going to give us additional 10%. I believe that this... could eventually... Nope, it won't. Or is it not yet calculated? Because we're importing quite a lot of aluminum, for example, and... Yeah, no, it's already in there and we're still short. Okay. The Falconian Kingdom broke free. The County of Piedmont became subject to the Kingdom of Wingbarde. This is so different from what I usually saw in my short playthroughs, where Equestria descended into a civil war, and instead now it's gonna get eaten up by its neighbors. I wonder if Staliongrad and the Changelings are gonna turn against each other afterwards. Because that would be a fight... It would still be a one-sided fight, but Staliongrad is usually heavy on mechanization and tanks. Wow, you guys are still fighting on. That's amazing. I don't know, this is just so depressing to see. Because that could be us. Okay, we finally finished the research of our first close air support. Our close air support doctrine requires an aircraft capable of precision surface attack. While these aircraft carry a lesser payload compared to our large tactical bombers, they are capable of attacking and destroying small targets of opportunity through staffing and dive bombing. Yeah, I really like the close air support more than tactical bombs. I'm not much for blowing up stuff through strategic bombing. Ground attack, air superiority, naval targeting. Ground attack 8. 6. Yeah, this one is much better for that. And compared to this one, ground attack 3. Yeah, this close air support is much better. So let's continue with the Karakara. And then we're gonna start working on the tactical bombers. Wait. We got 4 of you, so I think it might make sense to build... Let's put 6 factories on you, because this is not a priority as much as the fighters, for example. But they are still important. And the Karakara, I like the name. Karakaras are gonna be such a huge upgrade. Ground attack 13 compared to 3. Range is 1000. Though these tank bombers are really good. And I mean, they can still do the strategic bombing, naval attacks and stuff like that, so they are still useful, right? But producing so many of them is, you know, not good. Hey, we got our third destroyer, KMS Blaukelche. So let's put it on the fleet. And on that note, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. Air Force is getting stronger. Much stronger. Fighters are getting stronger. Our army is getting stronger, and it's gonna get even more so. So on that note, I think we can end the episode here, and I'll see you in the next one. So join me then.